Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Armando with Universal Shine, and I wanted to thank you for clicking on the link, providing your information, and coming to visit us here for a little bit as we talk about pet odor removal. So I wanted to get into typically the thought process we go through in being as successful as we are when it comes to removing those pesky odors. When our technicians arrive on site with you and walk your home, they kind of put their investigative hats on first to figure out what the source of the odor is. And there's typically two main sources. They're first asking themselves, does it smell like urine? Does it smell as though the dog or cat that live in the home is urinating in the carpet? There's a couple of different tools we use to assess that. An ultraviolet light, a moisture meter, believe it or not, works really well for that. But the biggest one we use is simply our nose. So is the source of the odor urine? And the reason why we're trying to figure out is because if it is urine, then the multiple step process to remove that odor is definitely different than it is if the odor is strictly coming from pet dander. So what is pet dander? Pet dander, to put it simply, is kind of like what a wet dog smells like. So if you've ever had your dog jump in a swimming pool, come out a couple of hours later, there's just this wet dog odor. Sometimes you walk into a home and that's what hits you. So let's talk about pet dander a little bit first. So if after a full assessment we discover there is no urine and it's just dander we're trying to remove, there's a couple of steps that we take to make it disappear or make it way better. But I want to also highlight one of the key factors in there. So step number one, we pre-treat the carpet when it's still in its dry state. We pre-treat it with a biodegradable citrus agent, right? The second step we do, and I wanted to definitely highlight this, is we agitate the carpet with a CRB machine. So it's a machine that has two brushes at the bottom of it. It's a heavy machine. And I'll kind of show you what one of those brushes looks like. So at the bottom of the machine, there's two of these brushes that spin in a counter-rotating fashion. As they're spinning, they're literally pulling tons of hair out of your carpet. In fact, if you look at the bottom here of the video that we have, on the bottom left-hand corner, my left, your right, you'll see the two trays that we pulled off of the machine after we run it over a carpet. Now, why do we do that? We found after years and years of kind of running into issues with this is that if and when a dog lives in a house or an apartment for whether it be a month or 6 months, every dog, there's many different types of breeds, right? They all have different lengths of hair. But what we found, the consistency we found, is that those hairs end up getting lodged inside the carpet fibers. So there's literally tons of hair at the base of the fibers in your carpet, which is the primary source of odor. So we found that if we're able to remove those hairs, we would be much more successful in trying to eliminate the odor. So at the bottom, my bottom right-hand corner, your bottom left, you'll see a picture of the machine that I'm talking about. It's a fairly expensive machine, and the reason I mention it is that although we have some great competitors out there, there's very few of us that actually carry this. Now keep in mind, we don't use this as a primary source or tool for cleaning. But we use it as a value-added tool in order to be able to remove the pet dander odor that we're talking about. So after agitating it, we go ahead and pre-spray the carpet like we typically do. We rinse it, we extract it, and odors be gone. So that's essentially one of our secrets that I'd like to share with you, and the difference in process that we do. Now let's say we show up and our technician says, gosh, there's 12 or there's 72 urine deposits in the carpet. Using an ultraviolet light and our nose, we have to identify every single spot that there is. We mark it with either a little piece of tape or something else our technicians might carry as a marker. We identify them all. We use an oxygen-based chemical to saturate each one of those spots deeply. And what I mean by that, I have a little example of, so this is a little section of carpet. This is your carpet fibers, the backing of the carpet, and your typical carpet pad. So when a dog or cat, but let's talk about a dog. If a large dog, 30, 40-pound dog, were to urinate on the carpet, let's say there's about a cup or two of urine that, sorry for getting pretty detailed there, but it's just how it happens. So if they urinate a cup worth of liquid onto the carpet, it's of course going to go straight through the fibers, straight through the backing, and be absorbed by the pad underneath. Under this pad, you now have your subfloor. It's the wooden structure of your house. So we saturate the area with our chemicals, give it time to dwell, and then using a flash extractor. So in the bottom center of this video, bottom center, you'll see what some people call the water claw. So we use this huge instrument, we connect our high suction hoses to it. After saturating it, we'll set the water claw on top and literally extract the urine from way down below. So that to us is the key. We have yet to be able to find a magic solution that we could just spray on top of urine and make it disappear, but we're still looking for it. Okay, so urine, we identify each and every spot inside your home. We then saturate it deeply, we extract it. Apart from extracting, remember we use our nose as one of our best tools to figure out if we're doing a good job for you. After we extract the specific urine spot, if the odor still isn't gone, we flush it with clean water. We'll flush it with clean water, continue to extract it till we pull out all of the urine that's in that deposit. So in pulling out the urine, that's the magic. So how do you make the urine odor go away? You have to find it, treat it, completely remove it, and then when you're done with those simple steps, simple but they're, with those simple steps, you rinse the carpet, you clean the carpet, and you're done. So once again, thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be inside your home for these couple of minutes and talk to you about our process. We welcome your phone call, 503-567-2479, if you have any questions, and look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye-bye.